Well, millions of Americans received a stimulus check from the federal government to help us all get through this pandemic. But we've also learned that some people won't be getting a check at all simply because of who they married. SHAUN Gallagher tells us why.
The CARES Act, passed in March in response to the global pandemic, included stimulus benefits for struggling families. However, those who are married to immigrants without Social Security numbers have been excluded from receiving those benefits.
I felt like a second-class citizen. I felt discriminated against.
KATELYN JIMENEZ and her husband Samuel have been married for 11 years. The Waukesha County couple spent most of their marriage and money trying to get Samuel legal residency in the United States.
It was close to $15,000 in legal fees and application fees.
Samuel cleared the last hurdle this year, becoming a legal resident.
This year was kind of one of the happiest days of our lives that he was accepted and got approved and is now a legal resident, which was kind of diminished by this whole stimulus check.
When they filed their taxes, Samuel didn't have a Social Security number and they were deemed a mixed status family, meaning they were not eligible for the stimulus money under the federal CARES Act. KATELYN and Samuel appear to be one of over 1 million families who missed out on the federal assistance. A federal lawsuit filed last week in Milwaukee calls it the exclusion provision and says it's unconstitutional.
We're representing the U.S. citizen. A U.S. citizen has the right to marry whomever they wish.
Attorney VIVIAN is part of a team filing federal lawsuits across the country on behalf of mixed status families, including the one here in Milwaukee. She, along with attorney LANA and NASSAR, say this is a case about U.S. citizens not getting money they have a right to.
So the CARES Act is excluding them as it's written. So we are confident in our judicial system that they're going to find that exclusion provision violates the Constitution of the United States.
The suit is asking the court to overturn the provision, claiming it singles out law-abiding and tax-paying U.S. citizens by denying them a benefit they and their children would otherwise be entitled to.
I can't anticipate any sensible justification coming from the government as to why this exclusion was put into the CARES Act.
U.S. citizens are U.S. citizens, period. There's no exception.
They say elected officials have indicated they are trying to correct the provision in the law, but time is not on their side.
We're in a pandemic, so this is not something that needs to be decided in 2 years. This needs to be decided today.
Time other families may not have as they try to obtain legal residency.
A lot of these people are fearful to speak out because they don't have that residency yet. They haven't obtained that permanent status, and people are fearful that it will affect the outcome.
We've reached out to Senator Tammy Baldwin and Senator Ron Johnson about why this provision was included in the CARES Act and whether or not Congress will discuss modifying it in the future, but neither has responded yet. For The Rebound Milwaukee, I'm SHAUN Gallagher.
And while the stimulus checks have helped a lot of families, we know many of you are still struggling to make ends meet. If you need help paying rent or you're looking for a new job, we've got a list of resources for you. Just head to tmj4.com/rebound.